Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Laura Greco, and I'm representing the Resilient Mama Movement Academy. And today I'm talking about being a mirror, a reflection. I posted in social media, maybe you saw it, about how life tends to be a mirror to us. And as parents, isn't it true that our children are probably the most profound mirror we have in life? They truly do reflect back to us things that we may not be noticing. And this can be frustrating. It can push our buttons. It can cause us to be reactatory. We might, you know, react in a way that we wish we hadn't. And yet, I would like to open up the door to to access to another option. And that is the pause. Like, what if we took the time when we're noticing things to pause and view this welling up of reaction within us as information? When we see things in our reflection, that gives us a chance to look at it, to make correction. If we look in the mirror, we notice something about on our face, right? We get to clean it off or brush our teeth or whatever it is that's necessary to bring us back into harmony. Well, it's the same with the reflections of life. So whether it be your children and that reaction there, or another relationship that you're in, all those things present to us information that we get to just pause and look at. And when we do, we get to ask the questions such as, and this is my invitation for you, what am I believing here? What am I believing about myself or about the other or about the situation? Because it could be work, it could be money issues, it could be world issues. So when we see ourselves going into reaction, we need to ask the question if we would like to up-level our ability to be in harmony on this planet, is what are we thinking? What beliefs do we have? And what's the possibility for something else? Because as long as we're believing that the fault is somewhere else and our reaction is that, we are a victim of the circumstance. We allow others or circumstances to have power over us. But when we take the time to ask the questions and to show up differently, now we are taking responsibility and we're no longer disempowered. We are actually empowered to make choices that are different. And this is not easy. This takes work. This is not what I'm inviting you to do is not the easy road. And yet it is the most fulfilling road. It is an opportunity not just to influence how you show up to live in what you love, but it also gives your children an opportunity to see how that's done. And then they have the opportunity as they grow and as we show up this way to affect really the energy of the entire planet. So this inside work, this foundational work that we do for ourselves also affects every single particle of life around us. So my invitation is to have a look at that. How can you up-level that? And I will say from my own experience, I come from a lot of negative and challenging situations, and not to get in that, but the whole idea is, how could we do it different? That's what I asked myself as a teenager, and I noticed that I made that my life quest, right? Became a parent of 4 children and also other children that I worked with. And what I noticed that every time I didn't ask that question, I felt frustrated, exhausted, not able to move through things with ease and grace. But when I asked the question, now I got to see life in a new way and up-level the way I show up, which up-levels the relationship between me and another. And it gives me opportunity to know myself better so that I can show up and help others along the way too. So whatever your purpose in life is, as you ask these questions, what am I believing? What are questions that I could ask myself that could up-level How can I look at this without judgment? And then, you know, when we shift our perspective, we have the opportunity to be empowered and to show up in responsibility. And honestly, that's what the world needs right now, is for us to show up in our personal hygiene, our inside hygiene, and to be empowered so that we can truly be of service to everyone, ourselves and all others. So I hope this helps. I would love to hear from you if you have comments or thoughts. And yeah, till next time, make it an awesome day.